going to learn about chapter 10 class 6 topic the red room. This story is about a ghost. Do you believe in ghosts? So if not, if yes, read this story with me and take it your decision. Is ghost exist or not? So let's start. Here is our summary. Do you believe in ghosts and others supernatural power? Many people do. Here is the story of a brave young man who decided to prove that ghosts don't exist. Read on it, find out what happened to him on that frightful night which he spent alone inside a great haunted room in an castle. So let's read the story. I can assure you, said I, that it will be very difficult for me to frighten. I do not believe in ghosts. Indeed, if ghosts do exist, they will have to work very hard to scare me. And I stood up before the fire with my glass in my hand. It is your own choice, said the man with the wrinkled arm, glanced at me hesitatingly. I am 28 years and I have never ever seen a ghost. Do you believe in ghosts? Do you see ever ghost? That girl says, she says, never seen the ghost. A ghost in my life, I simply don't believe in them, said I. The old woman sat staring hard into the fire. Her pale eyes wide open. Archie broke in with a monstrous tone. But in all those 28 years, you have never seen a ghost like this. It is a full of tragedies and sorrow. I half suspected that he would that he that the old people were speaking so gloomily to enhance the queerer nature of the house that they had been looking after. Well, I said, let's see if I made the host. Then I heard someone entering the house from his slow footsteps. It sounded that he was older than the two people sitting before me. True enough, an old wrinkled man walked into the room with the help of. So here is the rest of the story. A crutch. On one eye he wore a patch. In fact, all three old people themselves looked like ghosts. That is if the ghosts exist, their clothes, manner and speech all belong to the past. It is your choice, dear boy, said the old man one more time. It is now. Please tell me, where is this infamous haunted room, red room, where I am to spend the night? I asked. Well, if you are instinct on doing that, you must go there alone. We have never had the courage to go there. There is a candle outside. Light it to see the way. Walk along the passage till you come across the spiritual staircase. Climb and then you will see a door which is covered with a green cloth. Enter the corridor. Through the door, the red room is the last one at the end of the corridor. Finished the old man. I walked along the dark and shadowy corridor to reach the red room. Dark shadow dance cross. I dare not look behind. The corridor smelled humid. But before I reached the room, I thought I saw shadow of people handled together. Second, I demanded that they show themselves, not getting a response. I went forward, but it turned out to be a statue. Statue. Uh, the the great red room of the Lawrence castle was so big and dark that the light of the candle could not illuminate the whole room. Apprehensive, I recalled the memory of my friend who last stayed here and was found dead the next morning. I also remembered other people who died staying in this room. So I decided to make a complete survey of the room so that nothing would surprise me. Then I lit all the candles in the room and drove away all the curtains to make sure nobody hid behind them. Additional light was cast by the huge fireplace, for which I was thankful. Then I sat down on a big chair and used two tables as a barricade. I sat there waiting in solitude. I admit my gradually became increasingly conscious of shadow dancing across the room. I felt an old sensation of something, maybe presence lurking around. I was soon nervous. Suddenly, at midnight, two candle blow out. I dashed to relight them. Then two more extinguished at the end of the room. I thought to myself, I must have done that myself in my hurry to light the door. I darted to light those two, but only to have more candle dying off as if they were crushed by somebody's hands. Steady, I comfort myself, however, much to my growing apprehension. The candle in my own hand blew off. Shaken, I thought of the fireplace and felt grateful for that constant light. But much to my horror, that very moment, even the fireplace was extinguished. Not able to bear it any longer, I ran across the room towards the door in order to get out of the room. I thought I found the door, but I tripped over first my chair and then the bed, half out of my mind and crying out loud. I tried running. My last memory was of being beat, hit by something, and then falling into deep sleep. I woke up the next morning with my head bandage and surrounded by the three old people. Where am I? I asked. I seem to remember you, and yet I can't remember who you are. They told me then I heard of the haunted red room. We we find we found you at down, said he, and there was blood on your forehead and lips. Soon I remembered. You believe now, said the old man, that the room is haunted? Yes, said I, the room is haunted. Tell us who the ghost is. Is it the earl or the countess? No, said I. It is not. There is neither the ghost of the earl or nor the ghost of the countess. In in that room there is no ghost, there is at all, but worse, far worse. The worst of the all the things that haunt poor mortal man, said I, and that is fear. It is the fear itself that is beyond any reason and understanding. It the fear that haunts the imagination of men and increases the awareness of even the simplest thing. I stopped abruptly. There was an interval of silence. It is a far that flows you through the corridor, so that you dare not turn. It fought against me in the room. There is a terror in that room. Playing black fear. I finished. So student, I hope you all understand by this chapter. So do you believe if do you believe in ghost exists or not? You decide before first reading this story. So thank you.